welcome, you beautiful motherfuckers. We are doing something a little bit different today. We are streaming a pub match. We are, of course, we're on the Big D servers. And just from talking to a few of my American mates, they prefer playing over here because the standards of match are genuinely amazing. But before I get too much further, this is my co-host Igniculus. My co-host, I of course am the host, Igniclus. The question I've got for you, my friend, is how are you today? And are you excited? Are you excited to be streaming a game on the Big D servers?
It's a first. I'm very much excited. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. I hope yourself is going quite well.
I'm always doing well. I'm TraumaStoo. This is Igniculus. You can catch us on Twitch TV, Twitch TV / this name and that one over there. That'll work. But in the meantime, the new game has started. So Igniculus, can I get you to go start setting up your camera for me? And then I'll get to do the same as soon as you're done, my friend. But welcome everybody else. Let's hope this game goes well. Let's hope this game wasn't as big a stomp as the last one. The last one was... Oh, it was a crushing defeat for the Nazis. It was a crushing defeat for the Nazis, but I have faith. I have faith that this one will be much better. Will be much better. Igniclus, you good to go, my friend?
In a second, just spawning in and
yeah, gotta do that stuff.
Saying no to everyone that's trying to join the squad.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, brother. Perhaps they want to join the casting team. You never fucking know. Can't. We're not having them. We will get there eventually, I do promise. This is the first one as well, so expect every single technical glitch in the world. But you know what? We're going to run through it. I'm sure stuff will work. I'm sure it'll be fine. I should probably do the same and get myself a cheeky little squad lead. There we go. And Igniculus, are you good to go, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Magnificent. Let's have a look at what he's doing over there. I'll set mine up. We are in match warm-up. We're in match warm-up. There is about 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go on that. Whilst we're starting up the match, Igniculus, can you have a quick look through who is playing for the Axis side?
So we got the Satisfaction from NRD clan as the commander.
Again, Satisfaction again.
Yes, he was commander last game. He had a very decisive victory, which is looking to be carried over into this match as well. At the moment, there's another squad. House squad is full of other clan members. So they've got the Emu War veteran from the Pooch. Okay. He's the squad leader, and another 2 NRD players and 4B player as well in there as well.
So the Emu War Veterans is a fairly new clan that started up, isn't it? They were built out of another clan, weren't they?
No, so they were the public team that formed for the BPL. And because they gelled so well together, they wanted to start their own clan, and they came up with the Emu War Veterans.
Magnificent. That is good to hear. We are just about to start this match. Match warm-up is finished in 1 second, and it's done. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Igniclus, let's have a quick squiz. Which point are we fighting over? It looks like we're fighting over Grult Pillbox. I am going to mispronounce just about everything in the entire world. Looks like you've got a troop transport on the way. Magnificent.
It's pretty full transport as well.
Mostly full. That's good for a pub game.
Mostly full, yeah. 3 empty slots.
You know
what?
what?
Be crossing through Madeline Bridge. They've already got build Gary markers on the map. And they're going to go straight into Pillbox. So we'll see how that goes.
Lord. Well, you know what? They do have 3 empty spots, but I'm sure that is 3 empty spots. That is 3 people that are probably doing something extremely important elsewhere. Since you got your map up, let's just compare what the 2 maps are doing at the start of the match. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like from the ally side, nobody has put up nodes. I don't know how well that's going to work for anybody involved. And if I just have a quick squiz, it doesn't look like the allies have a commander yet. It seems like an interesting strategy. I feel like the commander is possibly a fairly useful member of the team, but let's see how that works out for them, shall we? Igniclus, how are the nodes building looking on your side? It doesn't
Not too crash hot at the moment. They got one set starting to form down the bottom right.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
We got the recon. We got a recon tank packed to the limit of other squad leaders as well, pushing up the H line on the right hand side of the map. So they're looking at a early flank, possibly even early cap of Pillbox, and then going straight into Jordan Canal.
Alrighty, what I'm going to do is head back to your screen for a little bit. I'm going to head over and see what the hell is happening at Group Pillbox.
So we've abandoned the transport truck in a ridgeline. The Allies have taken control of the point early on, but we have a few people pushing onto the point now.
Magnificent. I'm just going to move over to my screen. We are flying over the top of Groot. It does seem like a fairly evenly matched fight in the middle at the moment. That'll just be those two troopies that got sent in. Nobody seems to have a foothold yet, although I am going to say that the Axis forces are sort of winning on point. They've got 4 lads to 2 at the moment.
Well, they've got another 3 coming into the point very soon now as well. The closest support for these allies, these 2 allies on point, are sitting way back at Jordan Canal.
So it looks like this is going to be an early take for the middle point by the Axis. I'm genuinely interested to see what the Allies do to try and counter this and push back onto the point. Obviously, Group Pillbox, there are a lot of open fields around it and very few angles of attack. So I'm kind of genuinely interested to see how this counter goes and whether they're going to be able to deal with it.
The Allies have an outpost somewhere here. Can't see it yet. But a couple of them keep spawning back in.
I can have a quick look at that point.
They've actually taken pretty... Oh, the Axis have taken some heavy casualties on the point, so it might actually go in favour of the Allies.
It actually looks like they've swung it really well. That lad on point did some work. That little engineer just went to goddamn town. I didn't catch the name.
I'm seeing the MG Haddo just went to town on most of the Allies pushing up.
Oh, you love to see that, don't you? There he is. There's our man Haddo down there. He's trying to hold the point with Gamer B 2121 on his left-hand side. Brown Sean and Rose Dogger, the Chimera lad, Rose Dogger, just going down to Gamer B's engineer. But Brown Sean, that is Brown Sean, not Sean Brown, has pushed into point under the cover of the smoke, and he's just gone down to Haddo. Haddo is absolutely holding this down for the Axis forces.
He needs to move up and cover that bridge very soon, though.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
He's actually got a pretty good sideline right now.
He does from there, but
what right now might hold the Allies off the point.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'd like to see him do is push up and see if he can cover that canal that's pushing into point. Because you'd assume from the Allies that'll be their main line of attack into this point. And how are we doing in terms of point? The Allies are still capturing it. They are still capping it. That makes me feel good. They still don't have a commander though, and I feel like that's probably going to start hurting them. That is probably going to start hurting them.
But what's going to go in favour of the Allies here is there's a huge wave.
There is a massive wave
pushing in from the north, and a tank coming in from the east.
That's right. Can I get you to get eyes on that tank, and we'll watch that tank's advance in, if that's all right, Igniclus. Let me know when you set up, and we'll switch over.
Yeah, no, I'm right above it.
There we go. Let's have a look at what Igniculus is doing.
So yes, the Axis is severely outnumbered here.
Absolutely, they are.
With no backup coming, they're in a world of hurt.
Absolutely.
Sorry, not Panzer. This medium. Oh, I've forgotten the name of it. Oh
it's
my
an
gosh.
M4, my friend.
M4, that's it. Is commanded by Butterfingers and crewed by Rum.
Butterfingers and Rum. That genuinely sounds delicious.
Interestingly, though, got the turret pointed to the east, where there's no enemies coming up from. Correction, there's 4 enemies coming.
Just trying to scope out some of those tanks. Righto. And it looks like the Allies, despite having no commander, they have had some genuinely excellent Gary situations. Can I get you to pull up your map, Igniclus? Let's have a look at what the garrisons on both sides are doing. Let's have a look at that.
Not well.
Not well on the Axis side. For the Allies, they've got two very well spaced out garrisons up in the 4 column. And that's where the majority of that assault's coming from. They've started to put their OPs. They have taken group pillbox. Now, that was not what I expected. I thought the Axis would have that. But it looks like absolutely you'd expect the Allies to start consolidating on this point at the moment. And are there any... I can't see too many Garys from the Axis side, my friend.
Yeah, the Axis have built 3 garrisons. One's very close to where all the infantry is coming from, on the right-hand ravine that's pushing up towards Grat Pillbox. The other one's on the left-hand side, and the third one is all the way back down at Crossroads.
Excellent.
But the one at Crossroads is still within those first 2 lines, like the 7 and 8 lines. So if they lose Medal and Farm, they've lost all Garys.
It is true. They do have a good bulk of troops. You'd expect them to be holding it from there.
I don't see the Axis getting onto the point from rushing from this direction. Coming in from the south here, they're not going to get onto the point.
No. All right, I've got back to my screen now. It does look like the Axis, on my screen at least, it does look like the Axis have just the one line of advance. They're simply pushing down that canal into Grult pillbox. It doesn't look like they're putting up any sort of flank at the moment at all, and I think that's probably going to hurt them.
Oh, most definitely.
And if my ears don't fool me, which they rarely do, that sounds like that tank is still up on point.
It's still up, and it's just blasting all those enemies coming up.
Absolutely.
Attack point. Plenty of infantry support. They're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Although they are starting to advance, which I would highly recommend for them just to stay where they are. But this is the joys of seeing exactly where all the enemy troops are.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 2 lines are essentially ships passing in the night. They've got no idea that the other team's there. You'd think that somebody would be giving a shout out. That is a large amount of smoke pushing up through that canal. Straight into Grult.
It could help them, but they already know where they are.
Absolutely.
So they might get through the smoke, but as soon as they get spotted, they're done.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see more machine gun fire. Just one machine gunner for the Allies could be covering this entire canal system, but they just don't seem to have the coordination to get it sorted.
Do the Allies have a garrison on the point yet, or near the point?
Let me have a quick squiz. They don't yet, no. It doesn't look like they have the coordination.
Yeah,
the good news is, I've just noticed the Allies now have a commander. They are commanded by Rose Dogger. I've got to say this right, from Chimera is how it's said, I think. Chimera,
yep.
That is a bombing run straight through the point. That has cleaned up quite a lot of those Allies.
That's taken out a lot of them.
Yep, no garrisons to take out yet, but I'm
No damage to that tank either, yep.
I know,
so
it seemed to miss it completely.
Missed the tank.
And it doesn't look like the Axis is going to be able to capitalise on that. You'd think that the Allies would be able to get back into position. There you go. There's a couple of spawns off the OP. It looks like they're going to be able to reconsolidate this position.
What the Axis need to do, if you want to switch over to my camera...
Yeah, please be my guest, mate. There you go.
Is all the way back here, build an AT gun, ATG. Hit that tank from afar, take it out, and then they should be able to capitalise on the advance.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm going to quickly back off here a little bit. So this has a slight elevation. So they will be able to get over the hedges, over the anything that's going to give any kind of concealment, and hit that tank straight on.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing that will be able to stop it. They'll have no idea. They've got no eyes out there. No recon team.
Do the Axis have any armor support? Because it seems to have gone missing, especially in these early stages of the game.
Yes, we have a one-man tank. It's in a light tank. It looks. down south. They're not moving at the moment, so they might even be stuck. The medium tank, Panzer IV, is pushing up the main road. So they're going to be joining up with Juliet's squad in Foxtrot Echo 5.
Okay.
I'll head over to them now.
I'm looking at the Panzer IV moving up the middle of the road now. Let me just switch over to my screen. This is what Igniclus was talking about. This is a Panzer IV, ladies and gentlemen. It's crewed by Lag Green Comet, Lag Adler, and Styroskovach Lag. I'm assuming they all know each other. There you go. You'd expect they'd be able to push up and see if they can hold down this right-hand side for the Axis forces. Right now, however, they seem to be more focused on putting fire onto the point. That is some long-range shooting down there. Let's get in and have a quick squiz. Obviously, the optics on the tank will allow them to zoom in and see what's happening on the point itself. But at this stage, I'd like to see them push up. I'd like to see them push up the road and hold down that entire right flank for the team. That could give the Axis forces a better line of advance onto the point. Because now,
if they push up just a little bit further, they'll be getting eyes on the tank. Oh, they actually got eyes on the tank. That one hit.
Did sound like they just hit it.
Body.
If you've got eyes on, if you're looking at that M4, that M4 just blew up. That Panzer IV. That Panzer IV. As much as I said they should have been pushing up, they've absolutely. That could tip the scales. That could absolutely tip the scales. That tank was really holding up that advance from the Axis forces. What we're going to do is we're going to look down the road just a ways and see what we can see. See if we can see what's happening down this right-hand side of the map. Because right now it does look like there is a solo machine gunner. There is 2 solo machine gunners. I don't know how effective they're going to be. I don't know how effective they're going to be by themselves. I feel like this is the spot for a recon or potentially a flanking squad to start taking out Garys over this side. Taking out Garys, specifically that one in E4. I'd love to see them try to take out that, but it doesn't look like they're too worried about it at the moment. Look, it seems like they're just content to be pushing up with the bulk of the forces into Grilt Poo Box through that canal of death. Actually, I do stand corrected. It seems like they're starting to push out onto that left side. It'll be for the Axis. Trying to find a different line of advance. It is only a handful of troops.
That tank's going to be covering a lot of the advance at the moment. They've got eyes on a lot of the infantry and their blast.
W is about to come into contact with Falcon. This is 2 squads out on this left side for the Axis. Not good enough. Falcon able to take him down. That's the squad lead down. There'll be no more OPs. Let's see if Akka can avenge him.
Oh, that's big.
Falcon absolutely going to town, holding up this entire advance down this right side, and potentially pushing up the line for the rest of his team. What are you looking at the moment, Igniclus? Or what's happening, my friend?
I did just notice
Falcon has absolutely decimated that squad. I know I just threw to you, but good lord, that man, he's just taken out. Is that 6? It could be more. Falcon is absolutely a shoe-in for our man of the match for the Allies at the moment. But you know what? We'll get to that later. There's still... There we go. He had to go down eventually. Igniclus, I'm going to flip back over to you, and let's see what you're looking at, my friend.
So on the Charlie defend mark that you can see on the screen here, there was a Allied bombing run that went over the point. They did, however, miss the one garrison that they have there.
Oh, no.
It's unfortunate. It just fell just short of it.
You know what? You win some, you lose some. So, that time they missed. That's all right.
Nothing at the moment is really happening. It's just the same advance. The tank's still in the same spot. Do we have any Allied tanks pushing up towards on the main road to see if they can take out that Panzer yet?
Let me go have a look for you. Let me go have a look. We do have a heavy. I'm just going to flick over to myself, just quickly. That, my friends, is the big 76. It's pushing up, and you'd think it'll have the advantage on that M4. On the Panzer IV that's on the street in front of it. So long as it sees it first. Let me stop darting around like a weirdo, and we're going to push up, and we're going to follow. We're going to follow this heavy and see what it's got. It is good. Some of his squaddies have marked up that Panzer IV on the road, so he should be aware that they're there.
That Panzer IV is now pushing off the road towards the east now.
I think that's probably the right call for them, to be honest.
100%. They're probably going to word up that there's a 76 coming down the road now, so...
Absolutely. Are there any Axis forces that could have spotted out that tank, though? Because they might not be aware. You'd assume, in this map especially, you'd assume that you'd get the big heavy tanks moving out about now. But,
no. There is no Allied forces around where that tank is at all.
No Axis forces. Right.
Axis forces, yep. That's the one I was thinking of.
I know, it gets super confusing. I'm sure it's super confusing for our viewers as well, changing sides and every time we change streams. I can hear the Panzer IV. Where is she gone? That is you. That is your noise.
Yeah, that's mine. The Panzer IV currently is out...
Let's switch over to you, my friend.
In Fox 6.
Excellent.
Let's see, whereabouts is that 76? It'll be coming up and getting eyes on that Panzer IV very shortly.
Let me have a look at what they're doing, my friend. It does look like that 76 has taken a round. Rum's got out. He's going to be doing a little bit of repairing.
There is an MG for some reason firing upon the Panzer IV.
Look, let's see how that works out.
So Creative Destruction was trying to sneak up on the Panzer from the front. He's a AT soldier, but he's got absolutely obliterated by the coaxial from the driver.
So you've played quite a lot of Hell Let Loose, quite a little bit more than me. You're a much better player than I ever was. But
I won't say that. Just because I've played a lot more doesn't mean I'm better.
Please tell me, it doesn't seem like the best place to be assaulting a tank. From the front, doesn't seem like the best place to be assaulting a tank from.
Yes, obviously. As you can see by Creative Destruction's body.
I guess what he did do, though,
I'm still waiting for that 76 to come down the road.
He was just getting repairs. He's getting a little stuck. Let me just flick over to mine. There's our 76. Rum jumped out. Rum and Butterfingers in this 76. They are a two-man crew. No spotter, but what are you going to do? I don't know why he's looking out to the left. He seems very paranoid about something out there, but I think he's going to be okay.
That's the direction for the Panzer IV. But he needs to be looking at southeast, not directly south, not directly east.
Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find that Panzer IV. Let's have a quick map compare. Bring up your map for me. Let's see what the rest of the stuff is doing. There we go. All right. It looks like that back Gary that we were talking about on the main road through the guts of this map is still up. They do have a garrison on Group Pillbox now. That should give them a little more protection from assaults. It does look like from your map though. It does look like some of the Axis are starting to push up though. They could be starting to cause them problems.
They're starting to get onto the point, or very close to. The recon squad, Able squad, Adam.
Yep.
Is behind the point, and he might actually be undetected. Now, I think this 76 has eyes on the Panzer IV now.
Excellent.
It does.
Let me get over and let's have a look at what's happening there.
It's fired one round. The Panzer IV completely missed.
Excellent.
And there goes.
There you go. There you go. That is some damn good tank killing.
What happened here is I can't pronounce that name. Mid-run 18 spotted the Panzer IV for the tank. Told them the direction.
Magnificent. Geez, it helps being a tanker if you've got infantry support, doesn't it?
Well, because it's a two-man tank. Ooh, that's another tank down the road.
Can you go have a look at that other tank? I'm going to have a look at this 76, and we're going to be able to see what we can see from both these points of view. I feel like this is where it's at the moment. This tank battle is genuinely important.
They straight up murdered that tank.
What was the other tank, if I may ask?
That's a good question. I'm going to zoom over there now and have a look. It was a Puma.
A Puma? There you go.
Don't know what a Puma was trying to do to a 76 from front, but
look,
not going to be...
Probably not going to do so well assaulting a 76 with a Puma from the front when it's looking directly at you, especially this tank crew. Let me remember these names. Rum and Butterfingers. Butterfingers is the tank commander. I reckon they could be a shoo-in for our man of the match on the Ally side. Do you have any standout performances for the Axis at the moment?
Nothing yet.
That's all right.
Nothing noticeable yet, but the Artie is now popping smoke, a lot of smoke on the point, which is going to help the Axis make a push.
Magnificent. Let's get over there and have a look, shall we?
The MGs are just lining up the one route that they're going to be coming through, so it's not going to be very effective. They still need to attack from the rear or from a different angle.
Yeah, absolutely. There just isn't that. There aren't that many Axis forces moving up at the moment. That is good cover from the smoke. Obviously, they are copying the machine gun fire from the point, but yeah, at the moment, there just doesn't seem to be any sort of assault on this. Let me just see. It doesn't look like, however, that the Allies feel like they've got the numbers to push off the point at the moment. Rule pillbox seems to be where they want to sit, and they're just going to be happy to hold numbers back and hold this point for as long as humanly possible.
So the Axis don't have too many people defending Madeline Farm at the moment.
No, absolutely. I think they just
did have down. The recon. Yeah, the recon squad was the Allied recon squad was on Madeline Farm. Took down a fair amount of people.
Took down 3 dudes, didn't it? That is Warpig 666. Absolutely.
Yep.
So it looks like that is the assault done on Madeline Farm. There is one assault trooper that's managed to get around behind, and a squad leader who's got balls deep.
There's a fair few more, very well spread out, all to the south of Madeline Farm.
Very to the south of Madeline Farm, we have a 3-para lad, Airborne. He's got balls deep. It looks like he's taking his time. You'd expect him to set up some sort of push from here. He doesn't know this, but he is a little bit surrounded. There are lads everywhere. There is going to be a fight between the Pooch and Airborne at the moment. Let's see if we can get in there and have a look at that. If they see each other, that is. Tell you what, those 3-para lads, most of them complain. Most of them can play. He should come into contact with OK Frey now. He can obviously hear the footsteps. Oh, jumping out the window. That is an absolutely baller move. OK Frey knows he's there. He's pointing the gun down the stairs. Let's see what... And he got him. That is the end of that run from Airborne from 3-para. Well done, mate. I think you're in a good position. But you know what? You just got outplayed in that house. Bad luck, son. Good luck next time. Let's flick over to you, Igniclus, and have a look at what you're looking at, my friend.
So this is all behind Madeline Farm, as you can see where I am on the map. Down near where our resource nodes are currently. With two allied members. I don't know if he's actually taking out the resource... Yeah, he's taking out the resource nodes.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much for picking that, because I missed that.
Osama bin Farton is his name. That's lovely.
I love a good pub name, don't you?
Search is keeping the search around. They are being held down by this Lux, who has eyes on them, but is not firing currently.
Right. Absolutely. Just to let you know, if we can pull up maps again, my friend.
Oh, I think Search... Sorry.
Yeah, go.
Search just drowned himself.
Look...
Try to jump over there, fell in the water, dead.
Look, I'm genuinely interested to see how this works out for him. Those of you that don't know, soldiers in this game are actually water soluble. If you leave them in water for longer than 5 seconds, they actually disintegrate. That's actually historically correct, Igniclus.
Well, the Axis are going to lose Madeline Farm now.
Absolutely.
They got one person defending, an MG firing randomly upon the point. They've got 5 infantry now pushing back from the south on the Madeline Farm.
Good lord, it looks like Madeline Farm's going to go down.
Haven't started capturing yet, just by proxy. Yep.
Let's go to maps.
Haven't started capturing yet because of proxy defense.
Okay.
They did start capturing there for a second, but there is no allies on Madeline Farm. We've got a few pushing in from the west.
You won't know this, my friend,
that's
but there is an airhead on just behind Madeline Farm, my friend. There is an airhead just behind Madeline Farm. It is in Echo 8, Delta 8, keypad 8. So I'm assuming that's where their push has just come from. Let's see if there's a couple of squad leads in there. You'd expect them to get a couple of OPs just so they can start consolidating this push onto Madeline Farm.
That airhead that you have now, we've got a heavy and a medium pushing onto that.
Oh, magnificent. Let's zoom into that on your map if you could.
Your
absolutely.
Is currently down here. If I'm reading your map correctly.
Yep.
Can't quite see it from the screen share.
Just here is our airhead.
Pinged it, but I can't see my ping. What? Here.
All right, let's get back. Yeah. Let's get back and have a look at what's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Madeline Farm, and that is the Allied push on Madeline Farm. That is delicious. I don't think the Axis have got anything to counter this. They've got Enslavia is trying to push up. He is a lone supply. He does have a medic just behind him, but I don't think the two of them are going to be enough to oust this Allied push. This looks delicious. I think this is going to be it for Madeline.
The Tiger is now pushing up, and they should have eyes on that airhead very, very soon.
I think, however, that airhead has probably done its job. I'm going to say that there were enough waves that got fed. Yeah, absolutely. That is a big Axis push coming from the west, however. Let's see whether they can recap this. Oh, it's gone back to. If I'm not mistaken, it just went back to contested slightly. I might have been mistaken. Never mind.
Ever so slightly, but it's not going to go out too well for him.
Oh, they could just have this. Like I think just that is far too many blueberries. That is far too many blueberries on the cap point.
If this target needs to push up further.
They've just started losing it. It is going to be a hard fight out here, boys and girls.
This tiger needs to push up and take out a lot of those enemy infantry on the east side of Madeline Farm. But she's actually currently backing up. We've got a Panzer IV and a Tiger here, sitting too far back from the point.
I'll tell you what, that was something of a defense. That was something of a defense from the Axis. I thought it was all said and done. I thought we were done. That said, they've only just now got supplies going down on the point. They've only just now got supplies. They've only got one OP left. This could be it. This could be it from what they've got coming.
Well, the Tiger is just taking down an enemy tank on the main road in Echo Foxtrot 6.
Down on the main road. So that
I'm not too sure what tank that was, but it's covered the Panzer IV pretty well. Now these tanks are surrounded, especially the Panzer IV is surrounded by enemy infantry.
If you've got eyes on the tank, let's switch over to your screen and have a look at what's happening on the with the tank battle. We can get back to Madeline Point. It looks like the blueberries are losing it for the moment, but here's your screen.
So this Panzer IV that you can see over here, there was a lot of enemy infantry pushing up from behind it, mostly AT soldiers.
Right.
The Tiger is covering the rear of that Panzer IV quite well, but there is an AT soldier. Oh, no, he's been spotted. Disregard. He's dead. There seems to be an engineer running with the tank here, trying to repair it. Eight-eyed spy. Good on you, mate. Oh, he's been spotted by infantry here. Yeah, he's dead. But he has repaired that tank enough.
So just the one OP left on Madeline Farm for the Allies, for the blueberries. They will be the red berries on your screen.
They're still well dug into Madeline Farm at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's J Squad, Juno Squad, and Echo Squad both have their OPs down. So hopefully that lets them keep spawning on and let the rest of the team push up.
The Axis do have a garrison. Should actually be in field of view of the Allies. They should have eyes on that, and they could easily send a rocket to destroy it.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look from down their point of view. I'll tell you what, Igniclus, they probably could maybe just see the tip, but it is behind some barbed wire, and I don't think it's as obvious where it is as you think it might be. Hopefully they just saw that spawn wave and they're able to take out the axes. I know I'm not taking sides, it's just they're red on my screen, so I feel like I'm
gonna head down to what Falcon can see at the moment. Yeah, they're not going to see that, Gary.
Nah, not at all. But that will be an important
gap. Spawn wave. They should be able to see a spawn wave coming off of that, though. And therefore determine that, wait, that's where the Gary is.
Alrighty, just heading back to my screen.
Any marks?
There are no garrison marks on there, so it doesn't look like, if they have seen it, nobody's called it out.
Well, this MG has definitely spotted a massive spawn wave coming off of that.
Absolutely.
He did lay out a lot of rounds down the range, but he's been taken out.
We do have Sav down this side. He is one of the sniper players. It doesn't look like he cares too much about that area. If he just looked to his right, I'm sure he would see multiple targets for him to take out. Dirty Munt is going to head over. Dirty Munt. And that grenade is going to mean he's not going to keep playing. He is just a pile of bits at the moment. Sav, all he's got to do is stand up and have a look. He is currently dealing with Michael Jussenskult. That is a mouthful down this side. That might be a bigger force, a smaller force down the left side than he's anticipating. I'll tell you what, the Allies have almost taken. The Allies have almost taken Madeline Farm.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a massive spawn wave that has just come off that Gary. That Gary is now marked up for the Allies. That is a large spawn point.
Currently chasing our Tiger.
Excellent. Does he look like he's got a satchel out? And let's switch over to you to have a look.
He definitely does have a satchel out, but he's not going to be making any progress. Oh, one of the members jumped out. Oh,
hey.
That's one crew member dead.
You win some, you lose some. That time, they lost some.
Hauling it, booking it back to the base. But the Allies have sector control, so they're going to completely dominate this point. Yes, they're not capping it currently, but they're all around. It's nothing too much that the Germans can do from here.
I'll tell you what, they are. They're taking it back.
An enemy tank pummeling the point from over this direction?
Let me have a look.
No, it's an ATG.
Look at that. Good use of AT guns. I feel like in pub games they're underutilized. They're getting a good workout in the meta for comp at the moment. Obviously they provide hard points and provide something to fight around when potentially there wouldn't be.
Well, it's not marked up yet either. So no tank squads are going to know that there's a ATG out there. They're going to roll back onto the point to defend and be absolutely pummeled from the side by that ATG.
Going to pull back to my screen. Currently, our lad Falcon from before is tearing it up. He's just spawned back in with a spawn wave on that. That is Juno squad. I'll tell you what, that OP that J squad put down has been going to town. It has been that AT gun has just taken out a massive clump of troops. And is that garrison still there?
That garrison is still there. That just took out the Panzer II.
Right.
Now there is an AT soldier moving up towards the point from the south. They might end up getting eyes on that garrison. No. Another spawn wave just came off the garrison.
Good lord. This is just a fight between that one garrison and whomever on the side decides to go. That little push by that machine gunner on that right side, that was Maddo, I think, has been finished by Dirty Munts. Dirty Munts, that feels gross in my mouth to say. But they are recapping again. They are recapping, and it looks like Falcon and the rest of the lads have mostly dealt with that spawn wave off the garrison. That'll be maybe about another 20 seconds before they get another wave off. Obviously that OP has a much shorter... Oh, the Artie has just finished off. Artillery coming on.
Artie's hitting that. Oh, here we go. This is going to take out a lot of them. Oh, smoke.
Oh, why would they do smoke? Good lord!
That was a perfect hit to take out 10 plus people.
Why would they be smoking up there? Tell me that's not Allied Arty that's doing that.
It could be Allied Arty. We've got 3 Arty guns currently operating.
Good lord.
And if it is Allied Arty, perfect. So that Arty hit before, that might have been friendly.
Right, okay. That does make a bit of sense, putting smoke there, allowing them to push in under the cover of smoke. I'll tell you what, this game is all about Madeline at the moment. The place, not the person. I think there's one squad pushing up on Gruelt, trying to put pressure on and keeping lads back, but there are far too many blueberries to worry about that at the moment.
Isn't MG absolutely lighting up the point right now? And he has taken out a lot of them.
Magnificent. The biggest issue they've got, the Axis are going to need to... The Axis MG, yeah, the Axis are going to need to push into that point because they do have an OP just off the back of the building, if you can see to the left of our screen now. Obviously with the 20-second cooldown, they can just keep pumping this squad in. That said, it's only one squad.
Arty is now hitting the point exactly on Julian's correction.
Oh, it's so close. Marker. It's so close that they haven't picked out that OP yet. Blows my mind.
Oh, that took out a lot of them.
This could be the end of this assault.
That's all the allies dead from the point.
One spawned in on that attack wave. Celica trying to hold his own. Osama bin Fighting is pushing up. Good lord, that name. Is pushing up from the left. Hopefully he gets support. Sav with his sniper rifle is getting in behind the point as well. He's not going to be able to see. He's been taken out well before he got there. He wasn't going to be able to see much anyway because of that smoke. And another spawn wave from the allies. Jeez, I thought it was only a matter of time before the Axis shut that OP down, but it doesn't look like they've got there. That OP is still going to town.
They just need to push in a bit further onto the point. They had the opportunity and they failed to capitalize.
I guess
now there's still 2 OPs on the point.
There are
or is it just the
there
one?
They actually did get in there. Whether it was the Arty or Proxy, they've actually taken down that OP. Hopefully he has the wherewithal to get a OP down.
He did get an OP down just inside the building.
He did. He absolutely did. He's got it in the same place as before. It did work out well for him last time. Igniclus. Igniclus. Obviously, we're going to mispronounce genuinely every name. It's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it.
Well, except for Ajax Wipe 27.
Ajax Wipes. ES27. What a player. What a player. I'm putting it out there.
Alright, so that OP has now spawned in the entire squad. They're holding the line again.
Absolutely. They're starting to take it back, I assume. They are.
Arty needs to hit back. Yeah, so Jigs marked another Arty.
Oh, bombing run. Bombing run!
That took out a couple of friendlies as well.
Is that Garrison still out there? I think that was aimed at that Axis Gary. It has taken down the Gary that was causing him so many issues.
It has,
So no more spawn waves from up there. You'd assume that the allies are going to be able to hold into this. Are we talking about the pooch?
In Slavio?
Okay.
Nah, he's dead. If he had dropped his supplies, they could have rebuilt another Gary, but...
I think Igniclus, I think this is going to be it for the Axis. I think the allies are going to take this point now. There is nobody even vaguely close to being able to deal with it.
There is still one OP, and that is it.
Oh, good lord. Let's have another quick compare of the maps, and let's see what the Gary situation is once this flips. There we go. So the attacking Garys, we're looking at one in the middle of D6 and E6, and one just over the line in G7. And also in G8. So that is well surrounded. It looks like map control is being taken almost purely by the allies at the moment. And there goes Madeline Farm. Madeline Farm's down. What are we looking in terms of garrisons for the Axis forces?
Just the one, and it's out to the west. pretty far out to the west as well.
Oh,
They,
I'm pretty sure that's not going to bode well for them.
Gary, because the Axis did have a Gary just inside of the red zone here now, they couldn't build another one closer to the point. They do need to build one in their HQ and another one back up on the point, and that should be enough for defense. But they need to start attacking from middle HQ up into the east side of Madeline Farm and pushing from there.
What sort of defense do we have on Ingoof Crossroads? What sort of defense do we have on Crossroads at the moment?
Well, actually, Madeline Farm is now being taken by the Axis. We've got 2 heavies and 1 medium pushing onto the point now.
That has been 100% taken back by the tanks. You'd hope, you'd assume. Supplies are going down for the Allied force on Madeline Farm at the moment, so hopefully they get a chance to get a Gary down. It is being held purely by a reinforce at the moment, I'm assuming. There aren't that many blueberries on the point. There's just the 2, and Artie is just taking care of them. Igniclus, let's get your screen, and I just want to see what sort of defenses we're looking at in and around Crossroads, please.
Yeah, sure. Let's head over there now.
Magnificent. Let's do it.
So here's all the blueberries pushing onto Crossroads, which is right here. There is no defenses built up yet. And, well, there's nothing happening here at all. To say at least.
Alright, so this game is still about Madeline Farm.
Most of the allies are still pushing in from that Gary. They're going to try to cross this river, I believe.
I'm pretty sure, can you get across via the boats? I think you can from here.
Yeah, just here on my screen here.
Yep. That's the one.
You could, if it wasn't being watched by these infantry over the houses over here.
It turns out crossing rivers on boats is infinitely harder when you're getting shot at by machine guns. There, I said it. That's a tip for young players right there.
What was that plane that just went over?
I didn't catch it. It was an Axis supply drop
on the commander's place garrison marker.
I do have a good shot of that, so let me just switch it over. This is what Igniculus is talking about. That looks like the Axis are just trying to get a little bit of width in this attack, because putting the garrison out there will help them spread out a little bit and help cut off this Allied line of advance that's coming to the right of our screen here. If we have a look at this, Ingolf Crossroads is in the middle of screen right there. It is that literal cross of those 2 roads. That's the control point they're after. Axis have pushed out to the northwest/north quite a ways, which is good. It looks like this attack from the right, though, should the Allies get their act together and get enough weight on it, that could be the end of Ingoof Crossroads. My accent is terrible. Shut up. Oh, that assault has just been absolutely shut down by the Axis players. Can I get you to go over to Madeline Farm and just get me a good shot of what's happening over there? I need to know what's happening with the tanks over there if you can, Igniculus. Let me know when you're good and we'll switch over to your screen.
So we've got 1 Tiger set up now. We've got 1 Tiger pushing onto the point. Actually holding the point now, with some infantry support behind as well. They've got a pretty good field of view over Madeline Farm, and they're just going to just lay HE rounds into that compound. That should take out a lot of their OPs, a lot of their garrisons if they have any.
Magnificent. Did you give you context about what Igniculus is talking about? He's got the other view, but just to the right of our screen there, we see the Tiger tank that he's talking about. He has a great line on Madeline Farm. He should be able to keep them suppressed. What you'd hope is that the Axis forces behind it will be able to move up and support him. No, he's going to back out. He's going to back out. I guess
he just saw the 1 squad leader to his right. Doesn't know exactly what infantry it was, so he's backing out just to be sure.
Right, so that squad leader's actually done quite the turn there. By just showing himself to that Tiger, he has made him a little scared, and that should take some of the pressure off Madeline Farm for a sec.
Well, there goes that squad leader.
Well, maybe. He doesn't know that that's the only one, so he does seem to be still a little bit defensive. It looks like he is...
He does need the support of the blueberries, the Axis forces. to come up with this tank and hold the line to us right.
That would be
Once they can do that. Yes, once he does that, that tank would have no issues. There is an AT, well, there was an AT sneaking up onto the tank, but he's been spotted by friendly infantry.
Oh, the Pooch and I run mowed down before they could get anywhere close to Madeline. They do have a medic coming in support, but I don't think either of them are in a position. Let me see what we're talking about. That medic is the red berry in the middle of your screen now, being held off by a Rosenberg, Search, and Delicon are taken down. That is the end of that assault from the right now, from the Axis. They don't have very much pressure on Madeline at all.
No, they don't.
Looks like they are starting to push out from their last defensive point, which is Crossroads, but they don't know what they're pushing into. It's really easy for us to sit back and say this is what we're looking at, because we can see literally everybody on the map. We can tell them, just fucking move up, it's fine, but they have no clue. They have no clue. This one will be done on a 15-minute delay, so I'm hoping that should cut anybody that decided to watch this and try and get information.
Oh, I need you to go back to my camera right now, because there's something really interesting happening here. There was this Panzer IV trying to mount the Panzer II. I have no idea exactly what's trying to happen here. I think the Panzer IV is trying to bail out and get away from all the infantry, but it's a one-man crew. And it's not going to end well for him.
Oh, good lord.
There was Hand Rush King, a tank commander.
Right.
I'm not so sure if he came out of Panzer II or the Panzer IV, actually.
Well, that's true.
Let's have a quick squiz at that.
We can be most places, but we literally can't be everywhere at the same time.
Oh no, he's a solo.
Solo tanker. There you go. What was he doing outside his tank?
Well, he wasn't in the tank.
Right.
I think he was trying to jump into a friendly tank, but he doesn't realize that you can't do that.
Look, you live and you learn. In this case, he got brutally murdered, but let's hope he still learnt the lesson.
So Shrub Scrubber is now jumped out of the tank to try to repair it. There is still one more person inside the tank who's now switched over to the turret.
Right. Solo tankers. I'm led to believe it's never really a good idea, but let's see how that works out for him.
No, he's not a solo tank, so he's got one of his commanders to drop out. Grover's assisting in the repairing of it.
There he is, an Axis airhead going down. Let me just get eyes on that for you. That is the middle of our screen there. This little blob you can see there has just been put down by the Axis commander, assuming that they can spawn off that and get a little bit of a better attack on the Madeline farm. I feel like that could have been much more aggressive, but once again, we can see everything. We know that he could have put it a lot further forward, but you know what? Let's hope this works out for him, and let's hope the Axis get a bit of an assault back on Madeline, shall we? I'll tell you what though, with most of the blueberries switching to attack, this could be a trade situation. Lots of red berries have just spawned on that airhead. That was a massive wave they got out. Obviously, I don't think any of the Allied forces were in position to be able to see what the fuck was going on with that airhead. Actually, most of that wave has just been gunned down by, that is Combat Wombat. He has basically nullified that attack. He's gone down now anyway by the Poochers murdered him. But he basically held off that entire first attack wave. But the second one's coming in now. You'd assume they'll start to have a bit of effect. There seems to be just a skeleton crew of allies sitting on Madeline Bridge at the moment. If we look at north, all it'd take is a couple of those squads to fall back and start dealing with this airhead. And it looks like that's what they're doing at the moment. That is the squad of X, No Nuts, and Wasted Youth that have, looks like they've just I don't know whether there was a shout out. I haven't seen a marker. It looks like there was a garrison marker, but it was well off the mark. It was in the wrong field. But they might have seen that, and it looks like they are cleaning up this attack wave.
Well, EX, the squad leader, should have eyes on that airhead now.
It looks like they probably do. They are dealing with quite a lot of enemy infantry to their right. So There is a tiger protecting that
They would
airhead.
have just seen a huge wave jump
Just
off it.
as he jumped out of the trench, there was a massive wave that just came out of that airhead. I don't know whether he knows this, but there is a tiger to his left. Nobody's marked it up yet. He's murdered Handy. Handy's not going to be part of this game anymore. Oh, that's a little bit of arty that just went down.
That tank definitely has eyes on him.
Absolutely does.
And he's about to get blown up by HE.
I don't know. It looks like that tank is still wiggling his turret around. Doesn't quite know. He's gone past him. X is still living. No. Genuinely interested to see. That is a lot of red berries that are spawned on that airhead. They got a lot of spawns off on that. Is that airhead down now, mate? Is that it for the airhead? Because I feel like that was...
The airhead's expired now.
Genuinely a good airhead. As much crap as I gave the commander for putting it down, that was a good airhead. It's given them a bit of assault. Have they got any garrisons or OPs based off that airhead? Do they have any
got one
routes to
OP, so they've got 100 supplies here to build a garrison. But
We're going to head up to Crossroads because it looks like the Blueberry Assault from the east-southeast is starting to get onto point. They are starting to cap it. That is a large weight of numbers that will help them proxy cap. This could be GG, Igniclus. This could be GG.
This 100% is GG. They have 0 garrisons to fall back on.
No garrisons.
There's only 1 OP on the point, and most of the infantry are pushed off.
They've got...
Still trying to attack Madeline Farm.
They do have the anti-infantry tank sitting on the point itself. That's going to have to do some work if they're going to hold off this assault by the Allies. General disarray, a solo medic sitting by himself up in the building. I don't know how effective he's going to be. It looks like he's just smoked out his own building. Let's see how that works out for him. Creative destruct.
Oh, he has not been seen.
He hasn't. They don't know that he's there. That
Creative
smoke might have played
is-
in really well.
Oh, he's been melee.
He's just
He's
been meleeed to...
killed by...
Oh, general disarray. I gave you a shit, but that worked out. That's a shovel kill. A shovel kill? Do medics have shovels? I should really figure out. He's going for the
definitely have
second
shovels,
melee. He's going for the second melee. He's missed. He's missed. That is genuinely
Oh my
disappointing.
God.
All he had to do was murder him with a shovel, and who's that? That is Brown Sean. We saw him a little bit earlier in the game, but I'll tell you what, that is that
Either way,
attack
that
that's been
medic-
held off. Yeah.
Either way, that medic did save that looks. He
Yeah,
only had
absolutely.
one rocket on him, and he was reloading.
Did we catch his name? I did say it.
Three para Jimmy, I can't read the rest of his name,
Yep.
has just placed a satchel on him.
Has he now?
This tiger is pushing back on towards where the looks is, so he might get 2 kills with 1 satchel.
No
This tiger stays
kidding.
stationary here.
It's going to stop. Is it going to stop?
It's
Oh, surely it was a
might be
30-second
bit too far
satchel.
away now.
It's going to be
It will
close.
damage it. If it's already damaged, so it might get 2.
Oh,
Nah, I think
it was close. It was close, but that
It
was
damn close.
that was 3 para. Jimmy, who was it? Jimmy Looks.
I'm going to go down to the full name because it's not showing up the entire thing. I can't actually see him. Oh, he's on your team. That's why.
Let me jump into that. You can keep
Jimmy the
screaming
Hand.
the up point. Give me the hand. There we
Jimmy
are.
the hand.
I'll tell you what, this Allied Assault, that was everyone's favourite video game back in the day, I'm
It has
sure.
been shut down.
It absolutely has been shut down. This Tiger is now sitting on point. That'll provide Ben. Ben the Sniper is on point, though. Has taken down Haddo.
What sniper is he running?
Let's have a look. Let's get
Sure,
in
the
there and have a look.
FG-42.
I can't tell because he's throwing grenades. It is not the FG-42. It looks like he's running
that
this.
was,
It's a Springfield, I think, is the other one, isn't it? That is some
cannot
Axis
see from
supplies that have just landed on point.
Where did those supplies land? They've got reinforced down as well. Those supplies here.
Gamer BT, he is an AT. He's seen the Tiger now. It doesn't look like he's going to move up on it though. He's going to jump back into cover. Jeez, as an AT, you'd hope he'd do a little something about that Tiger. I'm just looking at my screen at the moment, Igniclus.
There's nothing really too much that he could do from right here though. The Tiger's got his back into the building, so he can't get hit from behind.
Right, and he does have infantry
plenty
support.
of infantry around, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's crucial with tanks. You can't be out on your own. Infantry support can make all the difference. The tank has been smoked out. Crew member just got out. I'm not sure, but I think he got back into the tank after repping. That AT's gone down. There is? Magnificent.
Yep. Does the Allies have any armor support coming up on the point?
I should probably have a look. I'm going to switch over to your screen. Let's see what you're looking at. I will have a look at the Allies' armor situation.
So currently the Axis do not have any method of attacking. We've got one tank marked out at Fox 8 on ping, so I'm going to zoom in to that tank now. What was that tank mark? That tank, it's doing things.
That is Centurion, currently a solo tank. It looks like Rum's got out to try and spot him, to try and figure out how the fuck they're going to get off this truck. I'm not the best at tanking. You've obviously played far more at tanks than I am, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to.
He's very confused.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get them stuck up on trucks.
It's not the best.
It does look like that is the only allied tank and the only allied armor that we have on the point at the moment.
Oh, he is just redeployed. I believe Centurion will be doing the same very shortly.
I don't know.
His tank commander has just redeployed. Probably get another tank now.
I believe in him, Igniclus.
What tanks do you have? Oh, he's actually being hit by now by another tank.
What tanks have we got in spawn? We've got a light. And that's about it, to be honest.
That's a Panzer IV hitting this tank.
It is absolutely gonna have it. Let me go find that Panzer IV.
But your most is gonna get track hits, unfortunately, because of the way it's mounted this truck.
Magnificent. We're just going to switch over. We're going to have a look at the Panzer IV. This is the Panzer IV coming from the north. Coming from the south. Don't worry, I know my cardinal directions. It is looking directly at it. He has stopped shooting though, so he might assume it's dead. That is all the lag lads.
Unmanned. It is actually unmanned now.
Right, that does make a bit of sense. Well, he had to redeploy eventually. That tank was going nowhere. That was providing exactly zero benefit for the team.
Well, what he should have done, noting there's a tank coming down, he could have just switched to the gunner seat and put at least one round into that.
But it's tricky to say though from that angle. I don't know whether he could get the gun down far enough.
Oh, I could easily get the gun down. Just traverse it left a little bit, and he has the elevation and depression.
We are starting to lose the final point. We have been a little focused on this tank battle. Igniclus, can I get you to go over and have a look at Crossroads and see what the hell's going on over there? Because this could be close to GG again. Let me know when you're there.
The Axis not doing well. If you look at my screen,
switch over to you.
0 Axis.
Oh, good lord. Okay, that is absolutely going to be GG.
Looking at the map, there's a lot of Axis pushing in now.
There are, but I feel like
they're not going to get them to the point.
The Allies have guns out that way. They know they're going to be coming from that way.
Yep. They're not aware that there's a half track on the point. Sorry, no, they are aware there's a half track on the point. They're not aware if there's a Gary still down. As you can see, like massive spawn wave just popped up then. But they have total sector control.
Magnificent. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get you to press push T for me? Thank you very much. GG. Well played, ladies and gentlemen. You know what, Igniclus? I was a little worried about this game. That is a victory for the Allies. Let's switch back to this one and do a little bit of a post-match. Igniclus. I was worried. We're doing pub matches. It could have gone either way. It absolutely could have gone either way. It didn't. That was a cracker of a match to start this shit off.
Well, I did just notice that our commander for the Axis did change out. I'm not too sure where he went, but he's no longer the commander. So we got a level 134.
Ragnar Redbeard.
Yes, got into the stat screen. 1 second.
There are a couple of things we need to do. Man of the match for the Allies. For me was Falcon. We saw him do a little bit of stuff early, holding off an entire squad down that right-hand side, just coming out of Gruelt pillbox. And he was also one of the lads from J Squad that held down Madeline. Held off the Allied assaults. I love saying Allied assault. Thank you very much for that Call of Duty game. Call of Duty? Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor Allied assault. There you go. I feel like I just lost all the credit in the world. That's fine. What are you going to do? Igniclus, for the Axis side, do you have a man of the match for me, my friend?
I'm going to have to say it would be Lag Green Comet and his tank squad. I can't see the commander right now, but that entire tank squad that was in the Talga holding down Madeline for
absolutely.
a very long time. That was crucial, but they just didn't have the infantry support to back them up.
Yeah, and you can't do much as a Tiger without infantry support. There you go. We've got Falcon and that entire tank squad from Lag, I think it was. Igniclus. That was a fucking cracker of a game, mate.
That was very good. I quite enjoyed doing that.
So we should probably wrap things up. I am TraumaStoo. You can get me at twitch.tv/TraumaStoo. This is Igniculus. Same, twitch.tv/Igniculus. __. Please don't forget that. Otherwise, you'll get some other Igniculus who probably isn't as good and doesn't have as genuinely good a beard. We are going to be streaming these. This wasn't live streamed because this is more of a proof of concept to make sure it works. We are just going to be recording this one for the old YouTubes. But in the future, they will be cast on my Twitch channel. So feel free to chuck us a follow if you like what we're doing. Do chuck Igniclus a follow. And any of the lads you saw in the game, lots of them are streamers. Lots of them have some very good things going on. Some other things, get yourself over to bigd.com and have a look at what they're doing for the BPL. The Big D Premier League. It is the premier Hell Let Loose competition in Australia.
And it's not just the competition as well. There's also scratch matches. There's events.
Yeah, there's absolutely. I think this Friday we've got a public scratch match, which will have most of the BPL guys playing in it. It's available to the public, so come and sign up. Come and play with some of the lads. I do hang up, both me and Igniclus. Igniclus is an actual member of OC. I'm just a trial. Yeah, he outranks me. Yeah, that happened. But
all you need to do...
Yep.
All you need to do to join these scratch matches is just head over to bigd.com.au, join the Discord, and you'll see the event staging channels.
Easy.
There's not just the scratch matches, but there's also the events like zombie nights. There's fury nights, such as tank battles. There's one called admin abuse, which is all the admins versus the public.
Excellent.
Which is also a very fun game mode to play. And there's also another events that's popping up very shortly, which will be just squad-based.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Has that been announced yet? Are we breaking anything by saying this?
Hasn't been announced yet, but I'm not giving up too much information. But there's future events popping up soon.
Operation Overlord, has that been announced yet? I don't know. We're still in the guts of BPL. We're still doing that, but there are a bunch of events coming up. I think that's probably enough shameless plugging for both myself, Igniclus, and Big D. Igniclus, thank you very much for joining, my friend. That was genuinely enjoyable.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, look after yourselves. If you can manage to do that, see if you can't look after somebody else too. You're all good eggs. I fucking love each and every one of you that's watching. Take care. We'll be back. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We'll see. I'll try and get a regular schedule, but I'm not promising anything. Take care, guys. Bye, Igniclus. Hi.
Love you.